He's already off the rails.
We're here?
Going live. We're live.
Are we here? Did we make it?
We made it.
We're here.
We don't get this on camera.
We did it.
Sorry about that, guys.
Do we have viewers?
No.
Not
In the stream.
We apologize
Just
for any
started.
inconvenience. Are we up?
We're up.
We are up.
Let's get it rolling, baby.
Yeah,
All
let's
the way
get
up.
it. Big Nick.
I'm all the way up.
All right, 226?
226.
Yep.
All right, viewers, if you're out there, episode 226. I just would like to say first, before I do the intro, we apologize that our TikTok account has been suspended. TikTok, you're a bunch of fucking assholes.
That was messed up.
Say no more.
You can't deal with it, get out of the kitchen, pussies. I'm fucking pissed off at TikTok. You guys suck.
It's moving.
I don't like you saying the word moving around behind you.
Hey, at least we hit the 750 yesterday, Nick. We still
You're
got
actually
right.
in front of him, just to let you know.
Yep. Baby
Well, but
food
him
coming
behind,
soon.
he's behind me.
What about TikTok? He goes, the reason we got suspended from TikTok is they're moist and I'm hard.
So anyways, Big Nick, on that note, hit us with the intro. What do you got?
Sorry. All right, here we go.
So anyway,
All right, here we go. I got.
Wild start today.
All right. For you viewers that don't know, we had a wild start before the show was down. You know how like you're waiting on the phone to talk to the IRS or some bullshit. You're on hold.
Why is it always the IRS?
talk to your IRS.
We were on hold and we were shooting the shit, and I was fucking saying all kinds of shit about TikTok. Suck it. But anyway, without further ado, that's not on you guys. That's on TikTok. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Turn your notifications on. Any videos come out last night?
Snack time.
Snack time.
Oh, that's right. Today's Wednesday. I don't know why I thought. All right, sounds good. Snack Time came out last night. You can still watch that because YouTube actually knows what the fuck they're doing. I might turn myself into a YouTuber instead of a TikToker. Fuck you, TikTok. I might sign with them.
You're everywhere.
Sign with them.
Fucking sign over there.
Getting money?
TikTok though, you see
I
that
don't
your
know.
bite-sized TikTok got 2 point.
Oh, yeah. Bite-sized snack time
That's
went
why I got
off.
suspended. You want to know why? Because
Too
fucking
powerful.
TikTok was jealous of me drinking cereal milk.
Yeah, that's right. They got jealous.
Got fucking jealous.
And then tonight, potentially, new video, sticky stuff video.
Sticky icky.
Ah, sticky icky.
So we might be having a new sticky icky video come out tonight. Make sure.
You
What time?
guys will see potentially 8 o'clock. Although with this TikTok stuff, I'm gonna talk to Casey, see if we're still gonna post it today.
We're gonna go to be determined right now because
Yes.
we're in a little bit of a holding pattern because of TikTok, as you guys already know. We have a new snack time that'll come out tomorrow, and then your classic mugshots and flaming hot fries will come out on Friday, and we should hopefully have TikTok back up and running so you can get you guys back to entertainment style. But without further ado, this is what we got right now. We got Gardner, we got Dave, we got the double J's, we got the D in the middle, and you got obviously
in the middle.
So without further ado,
Without
let's take it
further
away.
ado, here we go. Number one topic, MLB All-Star Game recap. Johnny, what did we got here?
Yeah, anyone here watch the game last night or just me?
I did not watch the
did not
game.
watch
I
the
was
game
sound
last
asleep.
I was out like a fucking light after I had about 3 burgers.
Ooh, did you have any
Gardner.
Chick-fil-A sauce?
Oh, I had the
Right.
Chick-fil-A
You
sauce.
predicted the MVP.
Vladdy?
What'd you say, Vlad?
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
it was a shot in the dark.
Johnny pitched well. He
470. He hit a bomb.
Yeah, he had an absolute bomb.
Who do you hit it off of?
Corbin Burns. Well, it was like a pretty standard game. Nothing too exciting, I guess. I mean, that's the thing with the All-Star game is that, you know, you do have the best players in the game, so it can either be like really good or just like a really normal game. It was a pretty normal game. Like it was a 5-2 game. Like, you know, that's just the way it goes sometimes with baseball. Is, you know, not every game can be exciting.
Yeah.
But I mean, you still had Otani. The thing with some things about the broadcast last night. One thing was they had like in-game interviews, which I thought was fun. You know, it's fun for like an exhibition type thing. So like mid at bat, they'll be interviewing players. Like Xander Bogaerts was hitting against Max Scherzer, and they're asking him like, he had a little earpiece in his ear, and they're like, "So, what do you think Scherzer's gonna pitch you here?" He's like, "Fastball," and then it's a slider. He swings over and strikes out.
What a fucking asshole.
They asked Bogarts after the game about it. He's like, "Yeah, it was pretty distracting, honestly, having
I was gonna say, I mean,
someone in my
like-
ear while I'm trying to hit against Max Scherzer."
I'm sorry, they shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, like like as a pitch is coming, like he's supposed to be like, I don't know, like fuck.
See, it's one thing in spring training, I think, to get guys in the outfield doing it. Like, when Mookie Betts is like, oh, not gonna get to this one, fellas. But when you're up to bat, and you're
like,
facing 97,
You gotta focus.
and
you blink and you're kind of
I still think it was fun though. I enjoyed seeing.
I just wish it was still for
It's
something.
like the pitcher. What are you gonna throw him? I'm throwing him outside, up and in.
Oh yeah.
Throwing
All
at his
right.
head.
So you think the All-Star Game should be for home field advantage in the
Without
World
question.
Series?
It
I don't think
it
so.
has to mean something.
So then that means the World Series advantage for whoever's in the World Series would probably be determined by a guy, Vlad Jr., who is not going to be in the postseason, which I think is a little weird. That whichever the AL would have the advantage now
you
because
could argue
of Vlad
that.
Jr.
You could argue that with the NL or the AL, like somebody who has an impact, they won't be in the playoffs.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. That's why I think that the home field advantage is kind of silly, because like
I'm against it myself.
if Vlad Jr. has a good game that night, that shouldn't impact why the Astros have home field advantage in the World Series over the Dodgers. I mean, why should a guy who's not going to be in the postseason impact that much of the World Series? It should be based off the team's performance, and I don't think you see a different product on the field because of that. I mean, the majority of the guys who are playing in the All-Star game, especially because you make so many changes, like if they were managing the game to win, that'd be one thing. But even when they were doing this time it counts, they still managed the game like an All-Star game. Like you take out pitcher every inning and you sub them in, and you just try to get everyone their go. I think it doesn't really make too much of a difference on the game product itself, and I just don't think it should have that big of an impact on who wins the World Series.
Well, they need to come up with some sort of incentive. They need to come up with some sort of incentive that they can do to make.
I don't
the game
think
something.
All-Star games
Why?
need incentive,
Make it more
personally.
entertaining. Because
Do you think the game would've been
how
any
many of us
different?
here watched it?
The thing is,
Well,
You're the only
okay,
one that watched
here's the
it.
thing.
There's no reason to watch it.
Like,
Well,
I
would
don't
you have
watch
watched it if it was for home field advantage in the World Series? Would you have
I
honestly?
wouldn't have.
Would you have
If it meant
honestly?
something, I would
Would-
be
would-
enticed. I would be more enticed if it meant something. Yes.
You really would have
absolutely.
turned on the TV and watched the game.
If it meant something, absolutely. I'm not saying what it was for, but absolutely, it would make me want to watch it more than yesterday. There was nothing. What am I going to watch it for?
The All-Star game to watch the best players
There's
play a
nothing
game.
to do.
It's an All-Star game
To play one inning?
to play a game. Yeah,
The All-Star game is meant to be like
An
kind of a
exhibition.
bullshit whatever, and like
It's for
it's
the
fine
fans.
that it's that. It's fine that it's
Yeah.
just that. Like if people like it, they like it. If not, like they won't. I don't watch. I mean, I don't watch much baseball generally, but I don't watch the NBA All-Star game either.
Yeah, 'cause-
and I wouldn't want that to count for something either, because that would be weird if like Team LeBron versus Team Giannis like decided whether or not like someone got home court advantage in the finals, or if like I don't know, some other random shit.
yeah.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
I just don't feel like it needs an
It
incentive.
doesn't have to be home court or anything like that.
What would it be
Some sort-
then?
That's not for me to decide.
I mean, I just don't
That's
know
not-
what.
Yeah, what are the other things though?
Like
You
what
can
else could you do?
How about if the
seating-
winner gets $1 million, loser gets $500,000?
Seating.
I mean, you
can
get-
money. If you
Yeah.
win, your team.
What else would you
get
do it for?
Top 4 seed in your conference or something. I don't know.
That's not
It
how
doesn't-
baseball works.
Didn't Alonso
talking
make $1 million
basketball
for
right
winning
now.
the home run derby?
That just seems like you're just invalidating most of the regular season for one exhibition game.
I'm okay with that.
So make it money. Then make it money driven.
It's all fake anyway.
I
Money
mean,
driven.
if you're MVP, you get a bonus and you get a car.
right?
Yeah. So if you want
That
to
is
play well,
something.
play MVP, be the MVP.
Yeah,
So Johnny, what do we got? A game
that's
recap.
enough for me.
So the game, Scherzer versus Otani, both guys went 1, 2, 3 in the first inning. Both looked good. Scherzer struck out Xander Bogaerts.
Yeah.
Rafi Devers.
Fastball, slider.
Yeah, exactly. Vlad hit a monster dong last night. Huge 467, which was a lot of fun. As they're interviewing Tatis on the field, Tatis was playing shortstop, and they were just having a camera on Tatis, and Vlad hit the home run. Tatis just puts his hands on his head like, oh my
He
God.
whacked that shit.
Yeah. And then,
Who
you
did you hit it
know,
off of?
bunch of, it was pretty like boilerplate after JT Real Muto homered for the NL. The NL had a couple opportunities late in the game, both times for Chris Bryant, and he flew out one time and struck out the other time. So Chris Bryant is the reason why the NL lost. NL's now on an 8-game losing streak in the All-Star game.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Who'd
pretty
Vladdy
wild.
hit his homer off of?
Corbin Burns.
Corbin Burns.
Yeah. But it was fun. I mean, I
Do you think
enjoyed
that's
it.
actually because of like a difference in talent in the two leagues, or do you
No.
think it's just like because it's whatever in the
Pure
All-Star
chances,
game?
yeah. It's just the way it works out. I mean, if you look at the World Series champions, the last 2 years have been NL. 3 of the last 5 years have been NL. Doesn't really. It doesn't really make. It's a crapshoot. It's just one game. Baseball isn't meant to be determined by one game.
That's also true.
I mean, that's why I'm not a huge fan of the wild card game. I mean, those games are exciting. I mean, they usually are exciting, the wild card games, because they're so high intensity. But I'm not a huge fan of a 162 game season being determined by one game.
What if it was something like 2 out of 3?
I think the way I would do it is if you're the higher wild card seed, you come in with a 1-0 advantage, and you play a 2-game series. And it would work.
You got to win 2, kind of like the play-in.
Exactly. So you got to win 2 games if you're the lower seed. And you got to win 1 game if you're the higher seed. And if game 1 would be to guarantee that every team that makes the playoffs gets a home game in the playoffs. Because if you're the 5 seed, right now you're not guaranteed a home game in the playoffs.
Right.
Guarantee you get a home game in the playoffs. I would make it so that the first game of the series is at the
higher
lower
seed,
the lower seed.
The first game is the lower seed.
The first game is the lower seed, and then if they lose, then the higher seed gets home field advantage for the more pivotal game.
I like that. What were you gonna say, Nick? You're about to say something, I thought. Yeah.
I drawn a blank.
About the wild card?
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, I got
One
nothing
season.
right now. I got nothing.
Yeah.
Johnny, is that all we got on the All-Star game?
Yeah, I mean, it was a fun game. I mean, It was what I want from an All-Star game. We got to see the best players. They did talk a shit ton about Otani to a fault, to a point where it's like every player they'd interview is saying like, oh, what's it like to see Otani play? Every player they'd interview, they'd ask about Shohei Otani.
To me, it's a little aggressive.
It's a little aggressive. Like, yeah, he's great. I love him. But, like, there are other players who are here right now who are also excellent, and let's talk about them.
Let's be honest. You're not just there for Otani.
Yeah,
I think that's just like the networks knowing like, oh, everyone loves Otani. Let's maximize the Otani content, so they just always keep him on
Speaking
like
of that,
the.
go buy your Otani mugs.
Yeah, got
there
an
you go.
Otani mug.
It's ESPN does that all the time though, like in every sport.
Yeah, well, they'll just take one player too far.
They'll just keep talking about one person
Remember,
until no one wants to hear about them anymore.
Tim Tebow, when he was
Oh my God.
on ESPN like every single
I
day.
couldn't friggin' stand it.
Yeah.
I remember like Sports Center topics would be like, you used to have the
And
scroll
here's
on
the
the
thing, it's
side.
because I got nothing against Tim Tebow. It's the fact that they just keep talking about him. It's like,
Yeah,
shut
totally.
up.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It made teams not even want him anymore. Like, probably could have gotten signed as a backup on some team, like after like his time with the. Where'd he go after the Jets? Was that to the Patriots?
Patriots, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, he was cut by
He may have been on the Eagles before the Pats.
Oh yeah,
but
Eagles. That's right.
But yeah, like I don't know.
Now he's on the Jets,
I feel like people
baby.
just didn't want him for the circus of it all.
He also is.
That's the only reason why the
Mets
Mets
did.
signed him.
He's definitely
the only reason
okay.
why the Mets signed him.
Money talks.
Yeah.
Ran a circus in town.
Speaking of money talking, let's move into the MLB Draft.
Yeah, the draft ended yesterday.
So we got our 5th overall pick in the MLB. Colton Cowser sent the Baltimore Orioles to voicemail because he didn't recognize a phone number. I mean, this is kind of crazy because, I mean, you're expecting a call, right? The guy must get a lot of spam calls, Big Nick. 'Cause, I mean, he's sending.
We've been trying to
I'm
reach
not
you
gonna lie,
about
if
your
it's a
car's
potential
extended
spam, I
warranties.
probably would have done the same thing.
Even during the draft?
On the draft night though, like
I'm
On
answering
draft night,
any
you're-
call. on
yeah,
draft
it doesn't matter what it is. Yeah.
I'm answering.
night. Yeah, I'm picking
It
up
was
that
probably like,
It's over.
he's like, who the hell's calling me? I'm waiting for a very important call right now.
I'm waiting for the Orioles.
Hey, this is Shelton trying to give a 3-day, 4-night stay. Hey, you're supposed to get a call from the Orioles, not you fucker.
We've been trying to reach
Hi,
you about
this
your
is-
car's extended warranty.
This is Mike Elias, GM of the Baltimore Orioles. We've been trying to reach you
Stop
about your
prank
extended.
calling me.
We've been trying to reach you about your extended warranty on your car's vehicle.
Stop calling.
I'll tell you what, if
Say on your
that
car's
was, if
vehicle.
that was Snaggy and he picked up the phone tonight, I'd be like, who the fuck are you? Oh, you're the Orioles? Hey, yo, let's talk. Where's the money?
Where's the money?
Fuck my kid, where's the money? Send me.
Have you guys ever missed like a very important phone call before? Like,
I want to say yes.
No.
I can't remember
I
what
feel
for.
like I have, but like I don't. At the top of my mind, I don't know if I can think of it.
I guess I wouldn't know.
exactly.
You know what?
I would remember.
I know my girlfriend's watching right now. Every call I miss, honey, from you is important. All right, I'm sorry. Love you.
He doesn't mean it, Juliet.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean probably.
She's probably rolling her eyes right now.
All right. All right. Speaking of the MLB Draft,
Wow.
Los Angeles Angels use all 20 draft picks to select pitchers.
Yeah.
Is this the first
On
time ever in
pitchers?
MLB history?
Yes. So
This was the fucking most bizarre thing I've ever seen.
Texas strategy.
Yeah, technically last year
We got no
the
pitching.
Marlins did it, but there was only 5 rounds, so not nearly as big.
Right.
Gotcha.
But yeah, 20 pitchers.
What are you gonna do with all those guys?
You figure, like, a couple of them must be good. Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple
You gotta
work.
hope like 4 or 5 of them work out. Like, I mean, come on.
I mean, as an organization, they have never been able to develop pitching. I mean, the last guy they tried to develop, unfortunately, died.
Nick
Skaggs.
Skaggs, yeah.
That's right.
Tyler Skaggs.
But they've never been able to develop
Angels are
pitching.
getting sued for that.
Oh yeah, I mean they're in hot water. It's their fault.
It's tough.
I mean, their equipment manager was the one who gave them the drugs.
Was it with the equipment manager?
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's bad.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
It's
Yeah.
bad.
It was
I mean,
a tough.
it's
bad.
really
It's
good.
not a good look for the Angels at all.
Yeah, a little while.
2019, yeah.
The guy overdosed.
He overdosed. Yeah, in his hotel room in Texas. Yeah,
Brutal.
yeah.
I remember right after people were literally just like, what happened to him, and everyone's just kind of like,
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, it was. There's a lot of things about that story specifically that just really, sad details about him.
Did they throw a no-hitter?
They did in the
Yeah.
first start.
First
They all
start
wore
since-
the first game back after
Yeah.
the All-Star break. They all wore their 45 jerseys for Tyler Skaggs.
right.
Awesome.
And they threw a combined no-hitter as a team, which is pretty cool.
That is pretty.
Baseball's a cool game.
But yeah, back to 20 pitchers.
But back to the Angels not being able to. I mean, they've had the big thing that's been holding back that team isn't their offense, it's their pitching, and
And they have no pitching.
they have no pitching still. They've never been able. I mean, they've never been able to get a pitcher.
But here's the problem.
yeah, all the pitchers they have now suck.
I understand, even though how crazy it sounds, I understand why they drafted all pitching. But even if 4 or 5 of those guys work out, you're not seeing them for at least 3 years.
Yep.
Right.
Trout is going to be. I'm not saying he's not going to be great, but he's not going to be what he was. I mean, Otani will still be in his prime, if you can even re-sign him.
He'll still be on the team by then.
I mean,
What's his contract
Rendon will
like?
be way done.
I mean, who knows what Rendon still has in
Yeah,
it.
they do have a lot of guys in the back end of their career. Or at least
I mean, that's
maybe.
kind of the. I mean, Trout. I'm not counting out. Trout's like a LeBron to me, where every year he keeps getting better, and so, I mean,
I don't know.
this year he was having the best season of his career until he got hurt.
But now he's up for 2 months.
I mean, he'll be back soon. He'll
When's he coming back?
soon, very soon. I think like
I feel like
early
he's been
end of
out
July.
forever.
I'm sorry, but it's still laughable that he was an All-Star this year. I understand why they did it.
Who was his
because he would have done it anyway, but it
Cedric
was
Mullins.
laughable.
Yeah, it was the fan voting. I mean, the fans
It was
wanted.
just laughable.
Yeah,
Guy missed 2 months.
I don't disagree.
That's why
Yeah,
fan
something
voting shouldn't count for
Crazy that I heard yesterday.
just for the starters, and the rest of the team's turned by the coaches.
I know, but you get shit like that. It's ridiculous. Remember when Zaza Pachulia almost got voted in as an All-Star?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a huge.
That's why the NBA changed the fan voting.
Yeah,
that
because
was
people,
happening.
it was a joke.
Because
it was such a
his country
joke.
or whatever it was. And
I don't-
as
I don't have a huge-
No, because sometimes it is a joke.
I mean, I honestly don't have a huge
Absolutely so.
issue with. The MLB did change it because Alcides Escobar was an All-Star starter, but I don't have a huge issue. It's a fan event. It's for the fans, and yeah, players get incentives to do it. Because this is one thing I was gonna say last week when the fucking Astros all decided as a team not to participate in the All-Star game and how fucking a bush league that is. Like,
Such a cop-out.
it's such a cop out. It's
Yeah.
such a we want to stay healthy for the second half.
Shut the
yeah,
fuck
so does
up.
every other player. They're still competing. They're still playing in this.
No, those guys that play, they don't care.
Yeah. I think
They hope they get hurt.
I think if you decide to sit out the All-Star game, not for injuries, just for rest, that you should lose your All-Star. You shouldn't have an All-Star by your name.
Absolutely. If you're
100%
opting
agree
out,
with
you
you.
shouldn't get credit
shouldn't
for
get
it.
credit for it. If you
100%
decide not to
agree with you.
participate in the weekend, you shouldn't get credit for being an All-Star. Jose
Yeah.
Altuve shouldn't be credited as an All-Star this year. Carlos Correa shouldn't be credited as an All-Star this year.
What about if you're an all-star but you just don't pitch? Like
That's
maybe
fine.
LeBron.
If you go to the event and you just don't play, that's
Well, that's the
just
thing. And,
happens.
and say you can pitch and you just didn't get in the game, that's not your call.
I think the team should have to put you on the IL in order for you not to play.
Right.
Like, I understand why DeGrom didn't want to play. He's been hurt. DeGrom's been hurt a lot
That's
this year.
different, though.
That's different.
That's
That is different. He's been hurt. He's dealing with injuries. I'd rather see him pitch in the regular
He's
season.
not right
this
now.
is a,
Yeah. I'd rather see him play in the regular season than the All-Star game. But if you're Altuve and Correa, and you're just, I want Altuve. His dad's in the hospital, so it's okay. Like, your dad comes first. But
He would have missed it anyway.
yeah, he would have missed it. He said before his dad was in the hospital that he was missing it, and his dad was in the hospital later that week. But if you're just opting out to opt out, that's such bush league. It's because they didn't want to get booed. They didn't want to get heckled. They didn't. It's
Fucking pussies.
It's the Astros versus the MLB. They don't feel like a part of the MLB, which like fuck them. Fuck the Astros. They got caught cheating, and their response is, "Oh, why is everyone so mean to us?" They got no punishment as a team, and yet they're still sad that players aren't.
Yeah,
people
why are they?
And the World Series still counted.
Yeah, they still have their World Series. Like, I don't know. They got away with it, basically. Like, there's no real reason that they don't have a good reason to be, like, salty about all this stuff. But, you know, here we are anyway.
Nah, they got caught.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not sorry they did it. They only got sorry they got
No,
caught.
they got stuck on the caught. But
Or in this case, the guy fucking snitched on him. Matt Fears or whatever his name is.
Matt fired. Mike fires.
All right.
That was fucking
Well,
Pfizer.
Oh, wait, I was going to say, I didn't realize this yesterday. Hank Aaron was a 25-time All-Star.
Yeah, he's the most
That's
All-Star appearances of any player.
so much.
Yeah, he
That's ridiculous.
is the
couple
second
All-Star
best guy in
games.
baseball.
That's
for sure.
insanity, though.
I mean,
25
Willie Mays
years.
was a 24-time All-Star.
That's just so long.
All right. Well, speaking of All-Stars, Team USA finally wins a game.
Yeah,
They beat Argentina 108-80.
Argentina's good.
Argentina's one of the better teams, but
Oh, well, they decided to turn on the switch?
I don't
They're
know.
all
Like,
Jason Tatum.
exhibition
Dante, what do you got on
games.
this?
Bradley Beal carried the team.
Bradley, it was pretty well rounded. I think KD had 17. Zach
Beal had
Levine had some.
17.
Beal had 17.
I think
Bam had 12, I think, and someone else had double-digit points.
Yeah, take that, Luis Scola.
Yeah. Okay, I also saw him. How the fuck is he still alive? How is he playing? Like he's like.
Never mind
fucking-
playing, just alive.
He's got to be like in his late 40s at this point, or like mid 40s or something. He's still playing.
I don't think the Argentinian
41. He's only,
team.
he looked a lot older than 41. I'm sorry.
I got a question. How
Yeah.
concerned are you guys for Team USA?
Not concerned whatsoever. It's just
Could give two
exhibition.
fucking
Yeah, I
shits.
really couldn't care. Couldn't care
Give
less.
two shits.
I don't know. I can kind of see them losing.
They also don't have Devin Booker, Chris Middleton, or Drew Holiday that committed. They're still playing right
I doubt
now.
I bet you they
Devin
opt out.
Booker is I think Devin Booker will definitely play at least. I definitely think he will.
I mean, the NBA Finals will just have ended, and
well,
then
he already committed. I think he would have taken that into factor already. You know what I mean?
So why is it that in baseball in the Olympics they can't use professional players?
because it happens during the season.
MLB.
Yep. If it didn't happen during the season, I mean, hockey they used to let the players play in
I'm
Olympics.
sorry, but if you were allowed to have players that are in the MLB play, the Dominican Republic would probably kill everybody.
I mean, they have the
the
World
US
Baseball
might
Classic.
Well,
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
do have
they're the World Baseball Classic.
US won the World Baseball Classic.
Yeah, they won the last one.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the Dominican is very, very good.
I mean, if you have the best USA players, it never is the best. It's always the best Dominican players, always the best like Puerto Rican players, best Canadian, whatever. It's never the best USA players. If you have Mike Trout, if you have Max Scherzer, Jacob deGrom, Dominican Republic players are really good offensively, but they don't have the pitching
I
per
would
se.
love to see it, though. I really would.
I mean, the World Baseball
best
Classic.
Of the best Americans play in that. Like,
Yeah. I
that
love
would
the
be
World Baseball
something.
Classic. The World Baseball Classic is one of my favorite baseball
When does that come back?
2023.
Yeah, but that happens during spring training. Like, guys
Yeah.
aren't even ready to roll, though.
Yeah, but I mean that's the only time you can do it. I mean they do the thing sometimes where they'll do USA travels abroad right after the season and does like the best American players. That's not just Americans, just like best MLB players versus like best Japanese players in exhibition games, and those are always also a lot of fun.
Ooh, speaking of that, I've got a hypothetical quick question here.
All right, quick hypothetical.
So say that we were all MLB players, right? Sure.
Yes.
Hypothetically here. We're all MLB players and we all represent whatever countries
all
we
MLB players.
Me?
we're
For
in,
real?
right? So we'll just go all American, okay? Just for the example here.
Yep.
All right. So say you play for the Red Sox, you play for the Yankees, you play for the Orioles, you play for the Mets, I play for the Rays, and you play for the Jays. Just
Sure.
hypothetically,
Sure.
right? So say, Dante, you get invited to go to the World Baseball Classic. John, you get invited to the World Baseball Classic.
Right.
And you want to play, but your team, there's the thing in your contract that says if you get hurt and you miss time, you don't get paid. Are you still going?
We'll get paid for the World Baseball class.
You do
I
get
don't think-
stipend. I think it's
Not
some
much.
money.
Yeah, but
it's
not
not.
even
It's going to
close
be
to
nothing
getting
compared
it.
to an MLB contract.
So, for
Depends.
example, say you're in a big deal,
Yeah.
right? There's actually a flaw in there. Let's say you tore your ACL, broke your leg, and you didn't play that year, and they just said, you know what, fuck you, we're gonna void your contract, and they can. You're gonna take that chance? I'm not.
I mean, most players don't have that in their contract.
I know it's not. I know it's not. I'm just saying hypothetically.
Probably not.
Probably not. I wouldn't risk it. I mean, I'd rather play in the MLB.
You know, there are guys that
I wouldn't do it.
I know NBA players have said like winning a gold medal for their country or something like that is more important than winning a championship. But
Luka?
like Luka is someone that would be like that.
If I'm a small country, like
I was gonna say, yeah.
It would in the U.S. I think most guys are focused on an NBA
Us
championship.
being Americans, like I think I'd be more focused on winning an MLB championship than winning a gold medal.
Yeah.
I think that weighs more for me than representing my country. As much
Yeah.
as I love America, I just I'd much rather.
Yeah.
God bless America.
I gotta say this. As much as I love America,
Just to make it very clear, I love Americans.
As we all know, the feds listen to this podcast.
I love the Big Mac. I love McDonald's. All right, I love the Big Mac.
I love McDonald's as much as the next
Hey,
guy.
that's right. You love America too, because Uncle Sam fucking goes in your pocket and rips it right out.
Every single day.
It's the only reason we're alive.
That's
So
right.
what
The
are
IRS.
The Olympics haven't started yet, so what
No.
are these games?
they're just exhibition warm-up
Yeah, they're all
games.
It's like
exhibition.
it's
It's like in Vegas.
Vegas.
It's
Everything
really just
happens in
practice.
Vegas.
It's a
Vegas,
scrimmage.
baby,
Yeah,
and
it
it's
is.
staying there.
It's just a
So it goes to
scrimmage.
Tokyo.
All right, well, moving right along to our food topic of the day.
Oh, I love food.
A mac and cheese flavored ice cream now exists and is, in quotes, apparently pretty good.
That's a lie. That has to be. That's a lie.
No, it's real.
No, it tasting good has to be a lie.
Oh, that looks gross.
I'm totally against it.
So
God.
it's apparently so it's like so it comes out today at 10 a.m. You can buy it.
Who's making
So
it?
it's this brand called what's it called? Von Leeuwen. Von Leeuwen ice cream.
fancy.
Oh, Valen.
You can buy. I think we're gonna buy a pint of this to have you try on Bite Size Snack Time, Nick.
Oh, Nick, good luck
fine.
with that, man.
fine.
So, so it's the cheese powder. It's cheese powder
know.
combined with
Never know.
Van Leeuwen's rich base, made with milk, cream, and sugar to produce a buttery flavor that's only slightly cheesy.
Shocker. It's got sugar. It's got sugar in it. Shocker.
Ice cream's already dairy.
Yeah.
Maybe the cheese isn't going to be as crazy as we think.
Have you ever had like a savory ice cream before?
Savory? Explain savory.
Yeah. What do you got for savory on it?
Like I had like a salt flavor or like I've had like a sea salt flavored ice
Yeah,
cream
like sea
before.
salt. I've had that before.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's like sea salt caramel, but I wouldn't call that savory.
No, but there's like a salt flavor. There's like olive oil flavored ice cream.
I've had
Oh, what's wrong?
I have olive oil. No, I've had stuff like that before.
Olive oil
Yeah.
ice cream.
I had a s'mores ice cream over the weekend. Oh, man.
Very savory.
Man,
So-
oh man.
Earlier this year, this ice cream brand Jenny's, they released an everything bagel ice cream.
I don't know how I feel about that.
See, everything bagel tastes great on everything except for ice cream.
Ice cream, yeah. I actually have an everything bagel come my way. Kevin's picking up
Oh,
the Dunkin' Donuts.
can't beat a good everything bagel.
You can't.
From
Thanks for the
Dunkin'?
fucking invite.
Yeah.
Those Dunkin' bagels.
Yeah, where are donuts?
Hey,
Where are my
text
bagels?
me.
I'm off
Where are my
muffins
bagels?
around
Kevin
here.
did text the group
What am I
chat.
fucking chop
Take
liver?
it-
Whoa.
take it up with him.
Well, group checks? Where are we? We chop liver because we're down here. You guys are up there. You guys think you got big balls?
He texted me. I don't know.
get one.
He has your numbers. He has your numbers.
Fucking
Take it up with
fuck
him.
off.
It's okay. I didn't
You
want
said I got
that.
big balls.
You know, I don't want your
Dunkin'
fucking bagel.
Dunkin' bagels are terrible.
You think Dunkin' bagels are terrible?
Oh my god, you think they're good?
Speaking of, have you ever had the
don't
Dunkin'
think they're
egg white
bad.
sandwich?
No.
The veggie egg white sandwich?
Yes.
Heavily underrated.
I love it. They
Really
had
good.
the Beyond Sausage sandwich. They took it away. It was just an egg white with cheddar cheese and then plant-based sausage
Ooh,
patty
that
on an
sounds
English
good.
muffin. It was so good, and they took it away.
It does sound really good.
Away from us.
So
What were we talking about?
the ice cream,
Oh,
the
yeah.
mac and cheese ice cream. So apparently it doesn't exactly like evoke a bowl of mac and cheese. Like it doesn't like feel like it, but it's definitely like taste similar. Like the texture doesn't feel like mac and cheese. It feels
Only slightly cheesy, they said.
Yeah, but I don't think ice cream is supposed to taste cheese.
I did have a spicy ice cream one. Not like
What?
not like all spicy. It had
Flaming hot
like a
fries,
hint
get
of
that
like
on.
they had like a
Oh
kick
my
at the end of
God.
it.
Would that be contradicting like
spicy
Flaming Hot
ice cream?
Fridays cold
Shut
spicy
up.
ice cream? Fuck no.
I gotta
Flaming
step
not
outside for
right.
1 second. I gotta step outside for 1
Big Nick's got it.
Oh, they here?
The tubes
here?
might be here.
Uh-oh, tubes are here. Sorry,
We
guys.
might have to end the show.
Bring the cavalry! We got two!
All right. Well, I think we have to end the show tonight now.
So,
Bring the cavalry!
Oh no.
We got tubes!
All right.
Like 10 minutes. Last time we tried backing up.
yeah, this.
Make sure you like and subscribe!
All right, so I'm just going to quickly run through the topics. How's that sound?
Yeah, let's just wrap things up real
All
quick.
right, cool.
No, I actually think I'm not right.
Ryan.
So for just the viewers' sake, we have a big shipment coming in right now of tubes, so we can get mugs out to you guys.
Order your mugs.
Order your mugs.
Order your mugs.
But they came right now, and so we have to unload the truck. And so let's just do a quick run through of topics.
All right, cool.
And we'll wrap
So-
up the show a little early.
Real quick, drug dealers are charging a premium for ethically sourced cocaine.
Yes. Love that. Nice,
Is it organic?
nice millennial.
So it's despite the label, there's little evidence to suggest that those claims are based in reality. Classic.
You don't say.
yeah.
Something actually kind of sad, but very interesting. 18 people died from lightning strike at popular selfie spot for tourists as selfie-related deaths are on the rise.
Selfie-related deaths?
So 18 people in total, like
18 deaths were recorded
one
on
day.
Sunday in India when lightning struck this 12th century Amber Fort, a popular watchtower where tourists flock.
Yeah.
Nick is.
Yeah, Nick is bugging.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
259 people died between 2000.
So compare that to an average of 6 fatal shark attacks a year.
So more people die from taking selfies than
259 versus 6 shark attacks a year. That's kind of crazy.
Water. Fuck you.
But you take selfies every day.
I don't take selfie.
You're constantly taking selfies.
He's just at his desk like,
All right, last topic we got here. The Burger King marquee goes viral with "We all quit" message. The sign outside the restaurant read, in
Sorry
quotes,
for the
"We all quit" and "Sorry for the inconvenience."
They were polite
The letters
about
were
it.
taken down and
I
signed.
forgive them.
Why?
Classic.
Have you guys
Probably
ever-
because it was shit working at a Burger King.
Real
Yeah.
quick stories. Have you guys ever had like a satisfying like quitting a job moment?
Oh,
like,
I can tell you. I can tell you about the last job before this job. When I got fired.
satisfying.
It's kind of satisfying. So I'm pretty sure this company I worked for was a scam. Like it wasn't like a real company. This guy just got like $100,000 in seed money and just kind of burned through it in like 2 months by hiring a bunch of people for no good reason, without like a business grant plan. And so, you know, a couple months in, and he's like crazy. This dude is like literally insane. And so, a couple months in, he decides like he's not happy with everyone's performances because they're not making money, and he blames the people instead of the fact that he does not have like a business plan. The business is just do stuff. And so he decides one day he's going to release a power ranking of everyone in the company of how he views their performance, and he releases it publicly to the whole company. And I'm on the bottom 5 of the people. And then he's like, I'm going to cut everyone's salary in half too, in the same conversation. And so I talked to him, and he's like, I'm like, yeah, I don't want to be paid for half my salary because that's not why I'm working. 'Cause obviously. And he's like begging me to stay on and stuff like that. I'm like, you haven't been treating me well, whatever. And he's like, are you really going to quit over a couple $1,000s? I'm like,
yes.
yeah. He's like, you don't quit, I fire you.
Jesus.
And so I got fired from the job. And meanwhile, he gave me a laptop. This laptop, to be specific, you know, a work laptop. It was a work laptop.
This one's specific.
Yeah. And so I was like, hey, I emailed him like a day later. I'm like, hey, I have this laptop. Do you want me to mail it back to you? He was like, no, keep it. I'm like, oh. I was like, oh, thank you so much for letting me keep the laptop. You know, and I said, I really enjoyed my time working here.
Man, fuck you, fucker.
And, you know, I hope you all the best. And he responds with this email. He says, you pulled up. No, I memorized it. I memorized it. This is how he
It was
responds.
something else.
He says, "You are the 5th Beatle, missing out on a couple millions of dollars over missing out on a great opportunity over a couple $1,000s. It was quote capitalized, not a pleasure working with you." And then I never heard from him again.
You are the
I just love that. Yeah, you are the 5th Beatle.
What? Like,
Well,
what's wrong? What?
Yeah,
that guy missed out.
you are the 5th Beatle, missing out on this opportunity over a couple $1,000s.
How's he doing on TikTok?
How many followers do you got on TikTok?
He's not suspended on TikTok.
All right, guys, we do have to wrap this up. We do have to get these tubes off this
Gotta get
truck.
the tubes
Let's
off
get
the
the
truck.
tubes.
I gotta film
Bye,
this.
viewers.
Make sure to like and subscribe. Check out our videos. We had Snack Time come out last night.
Might have sticky stuff today.
Might
if
have
not,
sticky stuff
in the
today.
next couple
Either
days.
tonight at 8 or tomorrow at 10.
Like
Okay.
he said, we got Flaming Hot Fridays and mugshots coming out on Friday. Hopefully,
Yes.
we'll be back on TikTok.
Oh yeah, check out Sports Nuts. New
tomorrow.
episode today.
New episode of
Sports
Sports Nuts out
Nuts.
today. What did we talk about last week? We talked about
Draymond Green.
Draymond Green getting suspended in the finals. Check that out.
Who's gonna buy this?
Who's gonna buy this? Came out
I'm gonna go
yesterday.
buy it.
Make sure to check that out. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be back here tomorrow. Later.
Later.
Later.